Welcome to this enlightening journey where we unravel the secrets of the mind. Today, we dive into the world of wealth-hindering mindsets. Imagine navigating through life with a map that's outdated or incorrect. That's precisely what happens when we operate with wealth-hindering mindsets. These are deeply ingrained beliefs and attitudes that can sabotage our financial growth and success, often without us even realizing it. They act like invisible chains, holding us back from realizing our full financial potential. Wealth-hindering mindsets come in various forms, from a scarcity mindset that sees resources as limited, to a fear of risk that prevents us from seizing lucrative opportunities. Then there's the instant gratification mindset, the need for immediate rewards over long-term gains. And let's not forget the self-doubt mindset, the voice inside us that questions our abilities and worth. Understanding these mindsets is critical. It's like updating our map, ensuring we're equipped to navigate towards financial success. Remember, understanding these mindsets is the first step towards financial freedom. The first wealth-hindering mindset we explore is the scarcity mindset. This mindset, quite simply, is the belief that there's never enough. It's a perspective rooted in fear and uncertainty, and it's one that can seriously limit your financial growth and opportunities. Imagine, if you will, a world where you're constantly looking over your shoulder, worrying about what you don't have, fixated on the idea that there's not enough to go around. This is the world of the scarcity mindset. It's a world where you're always one step away from financial ruin, where every opportunity is viewed with suspicion, where every financial decision is fraught with anxiety. This mindset can manifest in several ways. Perhaps you're overly frugal to the point where you deny yourself and your loved ones the experiences and joys that money can bring. Maybe you're hesitant to invest in your future, fearing that you'll lose what little you have. Or perhaps you're stuck in a dead-end job because you're afraid of the financial uncertainty that comes with pursuing your dreams. The consequences of this mindset can be severe. You may find yourself stuck in a cycle of poverty, always scrimping and saving but never really getting ahead. You may miss out on lucrative investments and opportunities because you're too afraid to take a risk. You may even find that your relationships suffer as you become more focused on hoarding your resources than on sharing and connecting with others. In the end, the scarcity mindset is a self-fulfilling prophecy. By constantly focusing on what you lack, you attract more lack into your life. You become trapped in a never-ending loop of fear and want, unable to see the abundance that's all around you. The scarcity mindset restricts your financial growth, keeping you in a never-ending loop of lack and want. It's a mindset that can be overcome, but it requires awareness, effort, and often a fundamental shift in perspective. In the upcoming scenes, we'll explore more wealth-hindering mindsets and, more importantly, how to break free from them. Moving on, let's delve into the fear of risk, another potent wealth-hindering mindset. When we talk about risk, especially in the realm of finance, it's often seen as this big, scary monster lurking in the shadows, ready to gobble up our hard-earned money. But let's be clear, not all risks are created equal. There's a world of difference between a blind gamble and a calculated risk. Calculated risks are those where you've done your homework, assessed the potential gains and losses, and then made an informed decision. It's like checking the weather forecast before deciding to go on a picnic. If there's a high chance of rain, you might decide to postpone it. The same principle applies to financial decisions. The fear of risk often stems from an irrational fear of losing. But this fear can be so overpowering that it prevents individuals from seizing profitable opportunities. Imagine passing up the chance to invest in a promising startup only to see it flourish and think, if only I had taken that risk. Consider the tale of a man who got an offer to invest in a small tech startup. The risk seemed too high, and so he declined. That startup was Apple. Yes, the same Apple that's now one of the most valuable companies in the world. Now, this isn't to say that every risk you take will lead to such monumental success, but it underscores the potential that calculated risks can have. The consequences of this mindset are clear. It keeps you stuck in a rut, always choosing the safe bet, the secure job, the low-risk, low-reward investments. And while there's nothing wrong with being cautious, the fear of risk can severely limit your financial growth. So how do we overcome this fear? It starts with education. Equip yourself with the necessary knowledge about the financial world. Understand that risk and reward go hand in hand. Learn to differentiate between a blind gamble and a calculated risk. And most importantly, remember that it's okay to take risks. The fear of risk keeps you in your comfort zone, blocking the path to potential wealth. Next, we examine the instant gratification mindset, a major obstacle to wealth accumulation. Let's dive into what this mindset is all about. Picture this: a child in a candy store, eyes gleaming, hand reaching out to grab that luscious, colorful candy. They want it now, and they want it fast. The child doesn't care about the stomachache that might come later, nor about the money spent. All they care about is the immediate pleasure the candy promises. This, my friends, is the instant gratification mindset. It's the desire for immediate pleasure or reward, often at the expense of long-term benefits. It's about seeking the here and now, the quick fixes, and the easy wins. It's about choosing the candy today, disregarding the potential stomachache tomorrow. Now you might think, but I'm not a child in a candy store, I'm an adult making financial decisions. Yet, the instant gratification mindset can sneak into our financial behaviors more often than we'd like to admit. It's the impulse buy at the checkout line, the shiny new gadget we don't really need, the expensive vacation financed by credit. These are all instances where we choose short-term pleasure over long-term financial health. This mindset can lead to poor financial decisions. Every time we succumb to the lure of instant gratification, we're not just spending money, we're also missing out on the opportunity to save, to invest, and to grow our wealth. It's like a double-edged sword. Not only are we depleting our resources, but we're also forfeiting the potential returns those resources could have generated over time. The consequences can be severe. A life dictated by instant gratification can lead to mounting debts, insufficient savings, and a lack of financial security. It's a path that can leave us unprepared for emergencies, unable to afford the lifestyle we desire, and constantly chasing after the next quick fix to feel satisfied. The instant gratification mindset encourages short-term pleasure over long-lasting wealth. It's a mindset that, if left unchecked, can hinder our journey to financial freedom. But by recognizing and overcoming it, we can make wiser financial decisions and pave the way towards a more secure and prosperous future. Lastly, we look at the self-doubt mindset, a silent wealth killer. This elusive mindset is not as overt as scarcity or the fear of risk, but its impact can be just as devastating, if not more. Self-doubt is a lack of confidence in one's abilities to achieve financial success. It's that nagging voice in the back of your mind whispering that you're not smart enough, not savvy enough, not worthy enough to attain wealth. This mindset is arguably one of the most limiting when it comes to financial potential and aspirations. It's like a high wall, blocking your view of what's possible. It keeps you in the confines of your comfort zone, preventing you from making bold financial moves, from investing in lucrative opportunities, from negotiating a higher salary, or from starting a business that could potentially bring in a substantial income. Imagine you have a friend who constantly tells you, "You can't do this, you're not good enough, you'll fail." Over time, you'd start to believe them, wouldn't you? That's exactly what the self-doubt mindset does. It's an internal voice that perpetually undermines your confidence, keeping you stuck in a cycle of financial mediocrity. Let's take the example of a successful entrepreneur. They didn't get to where they are by doubting their abilities. They believed in themselves, in their ideas, and in their potential to create wealth. If they had succumbed to self-doubt, they would be in a very different place right now. The consequences of the self-doubt mindset are far-reaching. It can lead to missed opportunities, undervalued work, and ultimately, a life of financial underachievement. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you don't believe you can achieve wealth, then you likely won't. The self-doubt mindset diminishes your financial potential, preventing you from reaching your wealth goals. It's crucial to recognize this mindset, challenge it, and replace it with a mindset of self-belief and confidence. Remember, the only person who can truly limit your financial success is you. Now that we've explored these wealth-hindering mindsets, it's time to reflect on our own beliefs and attitudes towards wealth. Let's quickly recap. We've dived into the scarcity mindset, the fear of risk, the instant gratification mindset, and the self-doubt mindset. Each of these mindsets can act as an invisible barrier, preventing us from achieving our financial goals. The scarcity mindset can lead us to believe that there's never enough, causing unnecessary stress and limiting our potential. Fear of risk can stop us from taking necessary leaps that could lead to significant growth. The instant gratification mindset can lead us to spend impulsively instead of saving and investing for the future. And finally, self-doubt can prevent us from believing in our own ability to create wealth. The key to financial success lies in overcoming these mindsets. It's about recognizing these patterns and consciously making the effort to shift our mindset. Remember, your mindset shapes your financial future. It's time to challenge these wealth-hindering mindsets and embark on your journey towards financial freedom.